Hi, we're still here. Cool. I want to start this conversation off with, I don't know if disclaimer is the correct word, but I just want to set the tone with saying that this is coming from a place of shared experience, wanting to share my experience with you guys, and hopefully it sparks an idea in whoever watches this. So the whole TikTok thing just happened, and the way that it was even announced that it wasn't going to be canceled thanks to the new president. Weird. Very weird. Very weird. Almost as weird as whenever the pandemic checks came out and he wrote his name. Weird. But whatever. That's a whole nother conversation about narcissism and just whatever. Not talking about that. What I want to speak on is, how do I put this? Okay, so a lot of people who didn't know they were creators, didn't know how creative they were, didn't know that people would fall in love with their personalities, with the quirky things they do, they were able to amass large followings and fan bases here on TikTok, right? Dope. I love it. And I love to see it. A lot of these people were just using social media before as just users. You know what I mean? They weren't necessarily pursuing becoming a star until they knew it was possible to do on TikTok. Okay? Now, my point of view is coming from an artist who has been using social media to promote my music since MySpace. And since MySpace, I've seen social medias come and go. Nope, take that back. Since Black Planet. Black Planet, yeah, if you know, you know. So in the process of all this, I've constantly built platforms, watched platforms come and go. And there was a period, I want to say 10 years ago, almost exactly, was the mark where things became kind of trash for us as creators. I hate even the word creators. I hate using the word creators. As musicians, as singers, as MCs, because that's what we do. We didn't start doing all this to become this ambiguous thing called a content creator. We sing, we write, we rap, we act, we make skits, we tell jokes. Content creator sucks the soul out of all that shit. But anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. 10 years ago, Facebook was the platform that was popping, right? Around this time, artists were using their Facebook artist pages to blow up. And I remember learning how to do it with my content. Around this time, there wasn't this algorithm. Like the algorithm that everybody knows now, that wasn't a thing. It was, you genuinely come up with something so funny, so clever, so unique, so innovative, that it grabs people's attention and it makes them share it. It wasn't like winning an algorithm lottery, where you just go viral because the algorithm god smiled down on you. No, you had to actually be talented. You had to actually be clever or do something so captivating that it went viral, right? So during this time, I was able to go viral a few times on YouTube and on Facebook. Then, also there were a lot of other artists. Shout out to Hopsin and Dizzy Wright and Funk Volume and who else around this time started going viral? Mac Lethal. There were a lot of artists that genuinely were building fan bases. Wiz Khalifa was very, 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 very early on this wave. People were genuinely building their fan bases on the internet, on YouTube, because it allowed for viewers to get the content they followed, And that changed in like 2014, 2015. And I remember the changes that I was going through, and I wanted to complain. I wanted to, I tried to rally everybody like, hey, I need you guys to really, engage with my videos as much as you could. I couldn't figure out what was going on until I discovered the algorithm. And I started talking about it 10 years ago, and people kind of just shrugged like, whatever. Because they didn't understand the weight of what was going on. I also told people about censorship 10 years ago. I say these certain words, and for some reason, it won't show people these posts. Here we are now, fast forward 10 years later. And I'm watching a lot of people who, didn't understand the weight of it, get it now because they saw how valuable TikTok was, because it still has an algorithm, but it had less of the stuff that we don't like on these other platforms. So I say all that to say, the solution that I found was my website, my .com, urbthephenom.com. My real life experiences, my mobile boutique, doing shows, a merch booth at my shows. And, you know, I've been preaching that for over 10 years. And I feel like this is a timely message right now, because I feel like people will receive it. Before, you just sound like the crazy guy running through the town square, you know, saying the apocalypse is coming. And everybody's like, yeah, shut up, whatever. But it's not until people feel the real weight of a platform snatching everything from up under you and having to rebuild that they get it. So now that I know people understand what's at stake and how quickly you can build this following and boom, it's gone, you need to control your own platform. That is .com. It's going back to, it's circling all the way back around. The funny thing about history is everything comes full circle. So we're going back to the importance of your own .com. Real life experiences. This showed us, I'm trying to tell you, this has shown us you can build this whole community. People will relate to you. People will like what you do. They're there. They exist. So don't just let, if you're still here on TikTok to even see this message, because I'm seeing some people can't get in. But don't let it stop at TikTok. Start doing meetups in real life. Start popping out. Start touring. Start really being a community in real life. Start tapping in with your tribe in real life, because that's where it's all coming back to. There's been a cultural shift. That's another conversation. But there's been a cultural shift, and I truly feel like we're in the space to do that, you know? I feel like we're in the space to do that. And again, this isn't like a told you so. This is more so, I just don't feel like people were empathetic enough to receive this message until it happened to them. And this is coming from somebody I got discouraged 10 years ago. I took my Facebook page from 28,000 fans to 164,000 fans within the span of 6 to 8 months. There was no algorithm helping me do this. There was just content and constant posting, and like my post, like I have 30,000 fans, 30,000 people saw what I posted, you know? So that's a thing of the past. But the thing it taught me is you got to be in control of your domain. You got to be in control of your platform where people get your content. All right. So we can bounce around from TikTok to YouTube to here to there to here to there. We can bounce all the way around, but we're still going to be at the mercy of whoever the owners of these platforms are. Now, I'm not sure what's in store for us with the new president and all the whatever's going on behind the scenes in the shadows, and what they're going to censor, what they're going to allow, how that's going to all be manipulated. I have no idea. But I do know if I own my stage, I have full control over what happens on my stage. My stage is urbthephenom.com. Okay? If you're even able to see this message, like look at the view count on this video and look at how many people follow me. It's a prime example. Like, why did people said, hey, I like this guy. I like what he says. I like his music. I want to see everything he does. Nope. TikTok will be like, nigga, nah, we only gonna show it to 4 people. And then one day they could just be like, matter of fact, you can't even use this platform no more. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's just take this as a learning opportunity. Own your own platform. Make sure you have a .com, and make sure that you start posting, like almost like going back to blogs. I know this sounds funny. Like I know it sounds funny, but I feel like we're going back to blogs. We're going back to, I want to go to urbthephenom.com and see what he thought about this, what he said about that. And I look at a note there. I look at a new video upload on his website. Pharrell just dropped the whole album that's only on his website. Hey, just saying, man. But all right, I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. I'm gonna talk more on here because this is a cool little platform. Now that they almost took it from us, you know. Whatever. urbthephenom.com, y'all. Well.